as we have come to a culmination of understanding that with the fall, with the closure of the fall, comes the closure of the electromagnetic system, and is being replaced by the original energy fields of the earth, timed and termed electricity. Electricity moving into electronic healing for everybody. As this planet fell and is rising into ascension, it means we need to rise our vibration up there, and thus changing the entire organism of our body in order to allow it to match the organism of the earth, to match the organisms all within the cosmos, and essentially matching your origin, which is your stardom. Your stardom is pure electronic light waves. So being connected at some point to the electromagnetic soul syndrome, soul sickness, which is pure ego and everything we have suffered, and all these species have suffered from it, we come to the understanding that the great central sun, that is our home, that is our hottest connection with our origin, has been through the fall as well, and will not continue to give you the vital energies you need when still being aligned to the old great central sun that has its flares, that has its broken veins, that had its heart pulse of, and everything we have seen, because the great central sun went into the fall. By now it has been repaired greatly and will definitely be reinstalling, refusing, because everything is in the modem of fusion with any entity connecting with its many fields of light. As the old tree, anybody connected to the old tree will sync with the collapse, reconnecting with a new tree, reconnecting with new geometry, with new designs, with new mathematics. Anything connected to old mathematics will not work. Even the eternal spiral has changed its numbers. So we are all eternal beings, getting back on our own eternal spiral that is part of the 12 universes. And there's 12 eternal spirals, 12 zodiac signs, 12 universes we have moved through, and thus the entire 12 composition on the new tree of life will lift you in no time, because we are being given the education to immediately transcend the old cells, the proton, neutrons, proton repetitive syndrome or cycle, to move through that and move into the cycle of electronic living. And with it, you refine your brain, your mentality, you move out of the emotional body. The emotional body was created to keep you in captivity, into the dense factor, into the broken veins, into all the elements that would not feed us any longer. So if you want to feed poor nutrition, that is part of the synthetic collapse, synthetic feeding. We can now live on electronic light, breathe essences through, and that is a training upon itself. We cannot do that from one day into the other, neither is that being asked of us. We can enjoy anything we want, but be careful with synthetics and try to feed yourself with the pure nutrition that is available in your country. Although in most continents all around the globe, most nutrition is so much off because it has been sprayed with massive, massive, massive synthetic products and so on. There is certain regions on the planet that are still kept in purified fields, which is great. And thus it's a choice. So I will not talk about this in this video. I've been talking about it in other videos. So the heart of the matter here is for the next incoming waves is the planet will not take any debris anymore. The animals in the oceans are starting to suffocate from the density, not getting the pure oxygen through anymore due to the fisheries taking too much fish. No single human on the planet needs anything from an animal, you know, but love, I would say, and giving love back. We are not here to take anything from them. We are here to live equally in joy. So if we can take animals, animals should take us equally. That's it. End of the line. There's no explanation needed anymore except for those who want excuses. And so Spirit does not allow any excuse anymore. So with the refinement into bioengineering, the new medication becoming the medical outlet, we can regain access to massive, massive formats of communication. And that is where it becomes very interesting. Because if you are willing to give back to the divine, to allow your gratitude and your respect back, the only way you can do that is to educate yourself and go into it. And that is a high format of gratitude in which you get any guidance, any assistance you ever need. Because those who do connect at least twice a day, which is not too much to ask, and to get your own information, then you can get anything, because we move from the former ascension quite quickly into the alchemy of ascension, moving directly in with many, many other stars in the galaxies, assisting us, communicating us, downloading here like vortexes of light right here where I stand before my nose, giving me information and writing it down. And you can do the same. Nobody is, you know, everybody's on an equal platter. Everybody can do the same. So, and with the same thing, I mean, we also have our specialties or special skills to which we can educate and we inform ourselves. So, as with the movement into the crystalline grids that are actually overriding the matrix, and you crystallize yourself into electronic light waves, then you can release the electromagnetic densities, negativities, everything you have ever known as a soul. So you move from soul or ego consciousness into your spirit that drives you, that guides you, open up to the sources beyond forces and merging everything together in your divine rooms of light. Then you become a co-creator with every element on the earth, the underground elements, yourself as a being in light, expanding every day, and then connecting, you know, with the interstellar systems. And that can only be done through crystallizing the body with massive crystals. You've seen me wearing crystals all of the time. I mean, I've been doing that for 40, 50 years. It was my first love, and it will remain my first love because it's our first essence. And so the crystals assist you in crystallizing the body, in transforming the body from the electromagnetics into electronics that are pure light waves. And every light wave is connected to light coding, light messaging systems. Light messaging systems may come through telepathic waves, just receiving information, writing it down, educating yourself, and digging deeper. Or it can come through light envelopes, massive light waves interconnecting, like in a triangle, a trinary system, moving beyond duality from 1 to into 1 to 3 or 0 1 to which is actually being required, which is also the origin, because if you look up the earth in a grid, you will see triangles all of the time. So the fall created duality as 0 1, and that's it. So we see the brain needs to crystallize, go back in the crystalline skull. The bone construction can crystallize with crystals, and every crystal has an update, an upgrade in the body, like your computer. And so you cannot move ahead any crystal, because it will not work. The same, could be said if you have a computer that is 10 or 20 years old. You cannot download an app on that computer that is present day, because it doesn't work. Your computer would crash or whatever. It doesn't work, in simple terms, right? And that is what people could understand, to move upwards. So moving from the old tree of life into the new tree of life is life-giving properties. The new modern day great central sun, the new modern day great central moon merging together, and that position has completely changed in the tree of life, meaning the geometries of the tree of life have changed. So if you don't know about the tree of life, it just has 13 colors. It has seraphots, so circles of light that have a lot of information. And these 13 seraphots, or rooms of light, making up the entire branches of the tree of life, they also have each one an eternal spiral. Here is a few examples of eternal spirals connecting. So reconnecting with all 12 universes, all 12 branches of the tree that are connected to these all universes, make up that you can move right away into the alchemy, opening the many parts in the brain that stay dormant for such a long time, meaning also opening your own eyes, opening the eye of the divine, the omni eye, the fourth, fifth, sixth eye, name it. There is so many interesting things, so your life truly cannot be boring. And there is never ever an excuse for any disease ever. And we could say, does everybody need to move in meditation then and load these energies? That's your origin. Yes, my answer is yes. And so many people do not want to do it, and there is also solutions for that. Like you breathe in technology, but if your breath is connected to electromagnetic, you feel exhausted, tired, and open to disease. So there's few little things you could do, at least, to keep your breathing system in a purified field, to keep your organism in a purified field, and do the smaller things always connected to that. Because in each branch of the tree of life, there's volumes of information. So light envelopes open up in triangular fashion. For example, a green light go could move with the Aquamarine origin, could move with the present day black unlimited universe. So if you feel limited in any way in your life, then you can connect with it, and that makes it so interesting. So meditational alignment as medication has been represented through the falseness and the fall so many times that people do not have a good comprehension of it. You can go on my website, there's a free video explaining what meditation can do. And so it eases up quite everything as with the movement into the crystallization of the bones, then the alchemy into rising vibration all come true with codes. And codes come through languages of light. Languages of light come through your alignment to, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dimensions, which you can rise up and down depending of your interest. There's where you get a code, and these are very interesting. So a very important example is like this 3 big themes, like let's say the Eternals are connected to the gold. Gold is alchemy. You can fuse gold with any other way, red, green, fuchsia, whatever you fancy, and then you will have great results. That's a way of breathing in, integrating it, feeling it where it goes. If you don't feel where it goes in the body, then your body is completely closed off and needs to be opened up into re-education with the tree of life. That is as simple as it is, because the body is made up, like in Chinese medicine, through meridians, and many meridian points in the body are completely blocked. So we can open them ourselves in meditation while we aligning to the meridians of light earth, through the feet, the meridians of our body, of our light body, of the celestial, universal, omniversal, blah, 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 meridians into the etherical meridians. The ethers are very, very important here to bring into it your attention, because if all the meridian points in the body are being healed out and you put all your attention there, you combine the color gold with many other colors of the entire spectrum of the tree of life, which are 12 colors, and you place them around them, you breathe them through, you ask for your assistance, you can go very, very quickly into rising your vibration beyond the dumping of this earth or the soul, and so move into your own wave of intelligence, re-education, and your own information, because that is the way we can bring, for example, your best faculties together with mine and another person, and work together and recreate the earth, because that is the reason why we're here. We are not here for any complaint. We are not here, to look at what is happening, because it has become crystal clear that the earth is changing from electromagnetic into pure electricity, reconnecting the waters, the soil, bringing life back. And so many animals will go in transition and then come back. Many people will go in transition but not come back, will not be allowed into a space that is purifying if your vibration doesn't carry the same high level of vibration. So many will go to lesser planets for re-education, and that is just, a thing in creation. And when you're connected to the divine, and you know that you can encode to the highest level of the origin, that is actually the Lady Gent mechanisms or technology that has been broken. I don't have to explain how, without argument, how relationships are moving on the planet. It's like a circus. It's like a circus, like a big playground, like from one spouse into the other. I mean, it means it could be your perfect eternal mate, if not in a high vibration, is also still on another planet, somewhere in space, on the other side. It doesn't even matter. Why do we actually need that? They will come when the time is ripe, and that is in a light embodiment where everything has been crystallized and no other way. So some are living with a spouse that are in complete and beautiful harmony, completing each other, and that is also very, very important. But please, let's not talk about those things who are completely off. Get yourself out of it. choose the highest vibration for yourself, because if any hassle in any relationship is so off, it's due to you allowing it. Don't allow it, get out of it, and choose something quite better for yourself, to recreate yourself and to offer yourself something very, very beautiful. So the reconnecting with the highest level of the origin is the highest level of electronics, and connected to the original seed of the earth, that you can reconnect to your original seed in your heart. I think millions and billions of people haven't done that. That is because it's been set available right now, and it comes to my favorite way, actually, where the lady gently comes together, and reason why I receive so many codes, and that is through the Aquamarine Dream Team, our Aquamarine Essence, the Aquamarine Gemstones, the Aquamarine Streaming to Everything, the Aquamarine Repairing. Here is one example. I love that so much. And a few others. I'm receiving right now to create new codes. So if you're interested in coding, because that's the new medicine anyways, up to now I have created like I think about 22 codes that are very, very potent, and by just breathing those codes in the body, you can change mentality, you can blow out the emotional body, you can command repair of let's say the entire blood circulation, because the hemoglobin, the blood, needs to match the entire transition into light waves or electronic living that have massive codes. And so bringing an aquamarine grid connected to the aquamarine waters with like 7, 6, 8, 9, 10 other crystals connected to water, that makes up a massive education for yourself. I hope you like the aquamarine designs. I'm in love with those. They are so potent. They speak for themselves. This one has a flower that opens, you know, the heart connection back to the origin. And when you connect with the massive light waves of the Pacific Ocean, I mean, you go like this through your day because you feel it when your body is open. So there's no way we can skip a highway. We need to move through all the branches of the tree of life. We need to remove the old mathematics. The old sacred geometry is dead and gone. It doesn't function anymore. So I wonder at times why people are teaching it when you cannot do anything with it anymore. So many new mathematical designs, codes, whatever people get. There's a lot of artists I've seen on Instagram as well doing a great job with it, and some are completely off. So, you know, it's a matter of getting your feelers out and feel what is correct and what is not. Actually, my codes are pretty simple, some very complicated, but it comes like an hour meditation with every code, so you know what to do with it, how to change your consciousness, or to change your passion, your creativity, and the entire home changes with it. Because that is what you are. You are a creator. And if you want to move out of disease, exhaustion, any malfunctioning, luck, you know, it's all connected to the electromagnetic. So you can move quickly these days. We learn, you know, eternal healing far beyond anything Reiki. Then and you start to receive your own codes, you start to perform alchemy in the home with your children, with anyone. You become a professional in healing out energies. Then, you know, you can go any mile, because it is upgraded every day, every week, every month. So how can people still educate stuff that has been downloaded like years or 20 years ago, that is meant to fall with the electromagnetics. Well, we are rising into the electronics of light, earth, turn, peace, and so all species are reconnecting with us, and so we have a huge new communication system that moves with the Aquamarine way essentially, and that is also the communication that comes when toning simply the Hebrew letters. It's so important, so potent that you can change an entire environment when playing with certain letters and learning about it. If you want that, I have a very small course you can teach yourself, or moving instantly into the alchemy, and where you learn to work with all branches of the tree of life, moving eternity into the modern day sun, moving into your celestial and supersonic universal embodiment. So I hope this information was of help for you if you're trying to get out of anything of the old. Now is the time to truly do it and, you know, claim your essence and know how to re-educate yourself, because without your investment in re-energizing your body back into perfection, there is no life on the planet, because those streams are being cut off once and for all. And I'm happy they were. So all the old manipulative factors we've seen are cut off with it. So thank you so much for being with me, supporting my channel, and I'll be back next week. Thank you. Bye. I'm SharlotChi.